Hello, Froggy here, and today I'll be showing you how to glitch out a map in the Vault section of Eternity. The lower door is sealed, but luckily for us, the upper one isn't, so we can just get in with stasis climbing. It got a bit harder in the recent patch, so I'll share my setup here. We got Tectonic Harvest to allow us to get some stasis shards, and Howl of Storm just to generate crystals in case I mess up. Whisper of Shards boosts recharge when you break crystals. This will pull the shards to you. We'll be turning shards into wells, so use some of those abilities here. This will help us recharge our abilities, which of course means faster grenades. And grenade kickstart to give us a boost after we throw. And this is the key one. Turn stasis shards into stasis elemental wells for us. And I just have some of my normal ones and or well of restoration and bomber, so I can put down my shield to get more grenade. So we're going to get a little bit of initial height just because stasis climbing tends to be a bit slower. You can see after I throw my grenade I get a decent bit back. There actually seems to be some sort of bug with that now, where if you have an ability like this, improved ability regeneration, you'll notice I don't get a big boost at the beginning anymore. You can time it so that you avoid that, but you also have the shield to get a grenade faster, so it will pretty much work out regardless. You want to wait for your elemental shards cooldown to go down when possible, so that you can get another boost from breaking it. Once you've climbed all the way up, you're free to explore any part of the vault that you want. Nothing is blocked off. But we're not here to explore the inside of the vault. We're here to explore the outside. And unfortunately, there seem to be very few holes in this section of Eternity. In fact, so far I've only found one useful hole. Just gonna toss back on my usual armor to get my fast melee and high mobility. Anyways, the only hole that I've found so far that's actually useful, well, actually Bach found it, is over in the hive area for the final boss room. It is kind of amusing that the only hole we know comes from a giant hole. I always get a little confused about which one is which, but it is the one that's on the left. I'm gonna go up here, and we're going to be sword flying back up to this height. So it's important that we jump from here and not touch the bottom. So you're going to want to have something like a stasis melee to push yourself out of the pull. And now we just sword fly. The height limit for catapult lift was set when we jumped, so if we are careful we can... don't know what that red circle is. But anyways, we can sword fly all the way back up. If you get too close to the pipe, you will get sucked back down, so avoid that. You can go around the pipe a little bit, but the walls close in, so you can't do that for most of it. So I'd recommend just going back and forth in about this area. It's actually some pretty good practice for height gain with sword flying. It is the largest useful case of that I have found so far. So you could use how much ammo you have left at the top as a metric of how efficient your sword flying is. You want to use as much of your jump as you can get away with, though mostly you care about just the initial boost. If you use too much jump, you will end up falling. And the only way to recover is to lose more height. I'll go ahead and speed it up now. Figured you'd probably want a little bit of time of just the audio to get the rhythm. You can also go to the lower sections of land, but there are some death barriers around, so I would be a bit careful. Sticking close to the pipe is pretty safe. There is a little lip around the base of the building of land that you can land on, so that is pretty handy. I'm gonna go ahead and swap back to my stasis armor here because that'll be more useful from here on in. It is possible to regenerate sword ammo still, where you swap your ammo mods while dead, but we don't really need it. I haven't found a way to get from here to underneath the rest of eternity. Would be pretty cool. But you can go all over the vault area, or at least this main room. Naturally, we get the weird culling. Doesn't really matter if you can see objects from out of the map, so it just kind of does whatever's convenient. But yeah, this sort of thing lets us know that there doesn't really seem to be any parts of this area that we haven't gone to yet. At least not in this specific part of it. Imagine when the bosses all change next week, we'll be reusing the same boss rooms. And just heading over to the Vex side. Unfortunately, we can't get up to the Vex arena. Well, we can, but we can't get anywhere too useful because there is a death barrier close to the top, but we'll come back to that a bit later. And there you can see the arena itself. So at least we have a nice view of out of map there. There's another neat thing I'd like to show you guys about the entrance areas. So I'm just gonna work my way over there. All this water is solid. Good old solid water. So the slidiness of the water around here infects all the ground around it. Even ground that you place. So if you throw a stasis crystal, the stasis crystal will also be very slippery. Although that wasn't a very good demonstration of that. And naturally the outside of the water is slippery as well. Oh, well, Well, that was unfortunate. Whee. Don't have to move at all to go that way. Yeah, let's go on up. Though I suppose I will need my stasis nade to actually recharge first. And that's why I have that stasis ability on, so I can just generate more ice and break it to recharge. Before the recent set of changes, it was very easy for me to have 2 grenades out at once with this build. But at least until Kickstart is working nicely again, it won't be that way. And we're just about at the top here. Can't really get anywhere here that I've seen, but you can look out from the top, which is kind of neat. Mostly just a way to confuse any people in free roam. Anyways, let's go back and take a look at that Vex area. And see where we started down below. A nice little bubble. Now let's go climb that tower. You have to get on the right side of this thing to be able to climb up it, otherwise you'll just bonk your head on the ceiling. You want to come over to the side facing the main area and go to the right part of it here. And then you're able to climb up. Every once in a while you'll come across one of those openings, and you can go in there, and apart from the last one of them, you can set your spawn point there. This climb takes a while, but at least you get some good views going up. For some reason, at the topmost one of these, you are unable to set a spawn point. You can walk on the land over there. I was hoping that by climbing very close to the tube, I could get higher and not die, but as you can see, that didn't work out. Alas, we seem to be at a dead end for now. But at least you get a pretty nice view up here. So have fun sharpening your sword flying skills and enjoying the sights out here in Eternity.